Hey there, and welcome to another OnSign TV Expert Tips. Today, we're going to be talking about a very specific situation in vehicle digital signage. Actually, it's going to be in vehicle advertisement. So, let's imagine that for this hypothetical situation that we're going to be working with, you run a company that sells advertisement inside buses. Okay, so you have a screen inside the bus and you want to display advertisements there. And in this case, what we want to do is display an advertisement about touristic information inside the bus when the bus is getting into the city. Okay, in this case, it's going to be an island. It's called Florianopolis. It's where we live in. I live in, and I'm going to be showing you how to trigger the content when the bus is actually crossing the bridge. So what we're going to do is display all this touristic information when the bus is crossing the bridge and entering the city. So it's going to be talking more about the beaches that the island has, the possibilities, the content information, and even more. So that's really up to you. For that, I have created a simple example here, a simple campaign. So for the first thing I want to get on the screen is a forecast location, a forecast information about Florianopolis. The next one is a simple ticker saying get to know more about Florianopolis. And I actually created a campaign with that. Inside this campaign, I have 3 images about Florianopolis. The first one is this image of the bridge and the island, right? I have added a fade in here for us to have a more dynamic transition between the images. I have done the same thing for the other two, so I also have a fade in. This is an image from the beach of Florianopolis, one of the beaches. And this is another one. Okay, so we have 3 images. This is the weather application that we have. It's going to be displayed on the side of the screen. And this is the ticker that we're going to be having in the bottom saying get to know more. Okay, so let's actually see how we can trigger that content according to the location of the bus. For that, OnSign TV has a really cool feature that is called Geo-fence. Okay, and to do that, I'm going to click here in Save and Publish in my campaign. I'm going to click over here in Publish to Players. Next step is choose the player. In this case is bus 1. And we're going to jump in here the triggered playbacks. We have 3 options here of triggering playbacks inside OnSign TV, and today we're going to be working with Geo-fence. Play when crossing a Geo-fence. So I'm just going to click over it. And as you can see, it's going to be opening this little box down here in which we're able to manage the geographic regions. First of all, we're going to be clicking here in this button, Manage Geo-regions. We don't have any geographic regions set up yet, so I'm going to click down here in Add a Region. So we're going to be having a window here with a map, okay? And what we want to do, so let me just scroll it, zoom it out so you can see what we're talking about. So we have this island up here, and we want to make the bus trigger the content exactly when it is crossing the bridge, okay? So I'm just going to use these tools that we have here to set up an area. Okay, so as I want the bus to trigger a simple this campaign only when getting into the island, I'm just going to create a geographic region just like this. Okay. So I'm going to work around all the island up here. And after we're good, we're going to be having something like this. As you can see, we already have an area separating the island from the continent. So I'm going to be naming it. It's going to be called Florianopolis. And we're good. I'm just going to click here and save. And now we have our first geographic region created. I'm going to click here in OK. And now we can select our geographic region. It is going to be Florianopolis. Remember, we can always choose more geographic regions to trigger the content. And the next step is choose when we want that content to be triggered. When entering that region or when exiting that region. In this case, it's when entering the region. So there we go, when entering the region, and we click on publish. I already have my bus 1 player set up here. It's going to be synchronizing, so it's going to download all the content from that campaign and have it cached into the player, so if it goes offline, it is going to continuously be playing that content. And now, every time that the bus crosses that geographic region that we set up, every time that the bus crosses the bridge, it is going to trigger content about touristic information about Florianopolis. That's all, folks. Thanks a lot.